is, to be fair, one of the worst from the pro scene. And if there's something you need on, yeah, exactly. And if there's something you need on the inner bomb side, it's movement, it's positioning, and it's ability to use your grenades correctly.
Yeah.
And it's not really something that I feel like he's mastering. And just quickly to touch on the T side of Virtus.pro, because while we get some highlights on the screen, obviously, I felt like the way they tried to counter this double orb from NaVi was to get double orb themselves. We saw a lot of Neo and Snacks trying to go around and get peaks, and didn't really work out for them. And I feel like at some point they should just admit that, okay, the double orb versus double orb is not favoring us at the moment, so they should try some kind of fast pushes, as you've been mentioning a lot. We need to get the AWPs away from these prime positions. We need to get them uncomfortable. And you don't necessarily do that by having this slow playstyle.
Now, you mentioned Taz, and he's someone that Train is one of his favorite maps, or it's a map that he's able to perform well on. Unfortunately, this time around, he didn't do too well. And in fact, Virtus.pro just weren't making the frags that they needed to control the map. And going on from that, you mentioned also that the way NaVi were kind of structuring what they do and the tactics that they use. You don't always use your kind of like your ace up your sleeve straight away. You want to make sure you get some rounds first, kind of maybe use your tactics that are not necessarily your 100% ones. And then when you get that build up and you get that momentum, then you use the tactics to kind of like lock in your lead. Is that correct? Can you guys expand on that? Because I think that's a great point to the audience that might be semi-new to the game or don't really know exactly how it works in a professional
The most
structure.
important rounds of the games is the rounds where you can break the economy of your opponent, because essentially this is going to give you free rounds later on in the half. So that's when you really want to be using your ace up your sleeves, etc. Because also, in the beginning of nearly every half, what you want to do is you want to try and work on your default. You want to get a feel of what is the opponent's doing, because if you know that they're always playing, for example, 2 dedicated B players, a B execute might not be the right thing, etc. You need to kind of get these informations, get this kind of rhythm going of what your opponent is actually doing, because otherwise it's just a blind call.
Yeah, that's why teams usually do defaults in the first weapon round, just to feel out exactly what the opponents are doing, and it's always risky. I mean, you can always run the numbers and think of the past and see what their opponents usually do in certain situations, and then go by that. But that's the beauty of it. That once you've maybe established that you do one thing, then you can just throw another thing at them, and then completely surprise your opponent. So the thing is, you might want to go for a default approach to, if you want to be conservative. Obviously, desperate situations may need desperate measures, but in terms of what you usually should do, it's just a default.
Vendetta, we're going to the third map. Cobble, would you like to lead into the discussion on it?
Well, Cobble is going to be a very interesting map. Again, this is one of the picks that VP has had some success on, even in
wow, that kid's going absolutely wild there. He's loving it.
Actually, just the crowd in general has been absolutely out of their mind as soon as NaVi pick up steam, which is really fun when you're sitting up there and the stands actually just being, that atmosphere is really fun to be a part of. But on the topic of Cobble, I'm a bit worried for VP here now, because we saw Train, that's been one of their stronger picks during their slumps, same as Cobble, but NaVi just seem to be getting into the groove of things, and they've just progressively been getting better and better at maps they've played multiple times at this tournament, and they've already played Cobble, so I'm looking at this and feeling to myself that NaVi have actually made the right adjustments. We saw it yesterday that they had a really strong CT side for once. That's something that they can only take with them further. And I don't think we're going to see something drastic like we saw out of Dobry and Godsend when it comes to just playing against NaVi. And we saw Godsend and Dobry pretty much stack that A bomb side. I don't think we're going to see VP do that. That seems like way too much of a radical change in their normal play style for them to throw into a finals. So that can, again, obviously VP wants to play to what they know, but it can also be something that NaVi can take advantage of with how they usually play on their T side.
Katie.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a great point. Also mentioning that they've already played against Godsend and Dobry Gaming. I think that VP, being the team coming from the upper bracket, only having to play this one game today at 19, should be able to be well prepared on a map like Cobblestone, right? They should have seen these kind of changes that NaVi have been doing with being aggressive on the B plateau now, because that's something you said was one of the essential things. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that, like being this kind of aggressor on CT.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in the early rounds as well. I mean, that's a sort of a king of the hill battle up there. I mean, if you take the dictated play on that part of the map on the T side, obviously it makes it really uncomfortable playing on the B bomb side. Then it comes to the whole question of the drop room. Do you want to put your emphasis towards the plateau or drop room? But my choice would be the B plateau, because that's something a lot of teams do, or T sides have a good way of taking over. Individuals that just like to play around there. So definitely, it's you have to use a lot of incendiaries, a lot of grenades in general to begin with, because of the potential of the fast plays. But what really worries me, to be honest with you, is what the tendency we saw here from NaVi right now is their economy game is definitely a little bit flimsy. Because, I mean, like you said there, Casper, if Zeus doesn't win that 1-on-3, it could have been a much tighter one. And just off of, again, a questionable way of thinking with NaVi when it comes to their economy. So why do they do this in this situation is kind of questionable. Just a question that I don't have an answer for.
It's been over quite a long stretch of time, but the last 3 times these guys played this map, NaVi did win. That is from last year, though, from, I think, October or so last year. You can't really exactly use the chain logic, but who would you edge this map towards?
It's tough, but I'm just going to stick with the team I've expected to win the entire tournament from the get-go, and that's NaVi. They've been improving on their CT sides, which has been their biggest Achilles heel on this map, and I think, you know, if they're going to be allowed to get some room to work with on their T side as well, I think we're going to see a much better showing than what we saw yesterday. So it's going to be up to VP whether or not they can actually hamper NaVi at all. But I don't think they're actually going to go out of their way to try to mess with NaVi, and they're just going to try to play their game. But I don't think that's going to be enough on Cobble.
Yeah, I think it should be NaVi's map for sure, but again, my concern is how they're approaching their economy. If they're going to be doing similar buys they were doing on Train, for example, on Inferno, then that gives VP an opportunity to run with it.
Yeah, I'm just going to go straight and give a YOLO prediction. The one that wins the pistol round is going to take the game.
Really? So you think pistol rounds are... Well, they have already been quite important.
Not even like it's that important in this scenario that it's like,
the
oh,
first
okay,
one?
they're 100% going to win, but I just feel like it's kind of like, as you guys are mentioning, NaVi should probably take it, but then again, VP has been showing great abilities to actually go ahead and take this final, and they're coming from the upper bracket. They haven't lost that many maps. So I feel like momentum and just getting off to a great start could be the thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess in general terms, what you're describing is early momentum, grabbing hold of the game early on is going to be the key to either team winning.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and so something we touched upon earlier when Cobble came up was controlling the map and the key areas of sort of where exchanges happen. The drop zone, for instance, the long areas on either bomb site. What do you think are going to be those kind of points, particularly for these two teams?
I mean, obviously, NaVi, we know that on the T side, it's not so much about drop, it's not so much about plateau, it's mostly about getting this A control, forcing a rotation so that the CTs will always be forced to have 2 guys in the A bomb side, and from that on they can work these kind of split situations. And I mean, one of the plays that VP must not be surprised of is one of the ones that Nacho has been highlighting, the one where NaVi decides to go for this A control and smoke off the mid gate and sneak through the smoke, because they did the exact same round against the Guardsmen. So I mean, if they get surprised by that play, I'm gonna drop my pants.
Drop your pants, eh? VP, on the other hand, you'll see a lot of like the B executes. They like to go for those, like the traditional ones where you basically build a wall of smokes, isolating the bomb site from the connector and the drop room, and then basically it becomes just a battle of the bomb site afterwards. So when the bomb gets down, hoping you get the numbers favoring yourself as you get into the bomb site. But yeah, NaVi definitely gonna go for their default play. Zeus is going to play around that drop room. He's trying to lurk his way around there, and the heavy emphasis, though, is going to be towards that middle and side hall area.
Edward taking a look into the crowd as he steps onto the stage, breathing it in, maybe becoming inspired, and Zeus has just walked straight in front of us on the desk. Luckily, we're not on him, though, so best of luck to Zeus. I'm sure that clutch that he made on Train was pretty epic, and we cut to him straight away, his view, and he looked so stern, so ready, and very, very focused.
And if you're a VP fan, you might be like, why are they talking so much about the Zeus clutch and not the Pasha 1-on-3? I mean, the thing about the Pasha 1-on-3 was
there he is.
He killed the bomb planter. He knew that a second guy was going towards the old bomb train, and when he then shot the guy in the CT heaven, he knew the position of the last one, so it wasn't really the hardest 1-on-3 compared to Zeus 1-on-3, where they know his position. He's forced to plant in a smoke while they're chasing him, and yet he actually manages to make it work. So
nerves of steel in a situation like that, and he's just got himself onto the stage. We will be getting this game ready very shortly. Any closing comments?
Well, still think it's going to be NaVi to take it home in front of their home crowd, unless we see something that we haven't seen all year from Virtus.pro.
On Cobble.
Pretty much, yeah. No, well, they have had upset wins on Cobble. By all means, they've beaten Fnatic on it. But I don't see it happening right now. I feel like NaVi should be able to control this game, barring them starting to do, making silly mistakes and actually messing up their own economy instead of letting VP try to do, try and have VP do that job for them. So don't make it easier for VP than it has to be, and NaVi should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is NaVi's to lose, obviously, and it's going to come down to if they can hold their emotions and not be forced buying institutions they don't have to. Instead, play the long game, be smart about it, and you should have right now the form is in your side. So, yeah, definitely should be NaVi's.
Cadian?
Just a question mark then that I'm going to be wondering, and that some of the viewers should be wondering, is how Guardian is going to play in this final, because we've seen him notoriously having some really big games in Cobblestone, because obviously of the different opportunities you have as an AWP player on this map. You can be aggressive, you can be very passive as well. You have different kind of options, and as you mentioned now too, VP likes to have these kind of B executes, and that's sometimes a position where if you're around that statue area with an orb or a chicken coop, you can't get these kind of multi-frag situations if you're feeling it. So that's what I would be looking out for.
Yeah, and a follow-up to that, just consistently throughout this tournament, Guardian has had a couple of off maps and a good map in there. He's never had a completely horrible series or a very stable, good performance in a series so far up to this point. And well, so far up to this point, leading into map 3, he has not been especially impactful.
We've got the knife round now. It's about to come to a close. It looks like NaVi are going to do it, and they do. They will pick their side. We are going to head over to the casters. This map is ready to go. It's the final, and it's the final map here in this best of 3. It's Cobble. Let's head over to Henry G and Sadakist.
Thank you, Paula. As always, yes, it is map 3. Best of 3 grand final. Sorry, best of final. Yeah, it will be the best of the final because this decides it.
Yep. I can't wait. All roads lead here, and it's going to be a really epic map to close things out. Cobble. Both teams very well versed in it, but now they always have that question mark above them. Their CT side, always a little bit troublesome. They normally only get about 5 rounds, but their T side's so strong they can always rely on that. So it's not a huge deal. But this is where Guardian needs to step up. On the CT side, they're so reliant on him to be dynamic and moving around the map and opening them the actual rounds for them. That's the only chance they're actually going to get a lot of rounds built up is around him, and he's been pretty lackluster so far in this grand final.
That's actually a really good point about their CT side. So up until this point, we've seen very CT-sided games. Especially first halves, 12-3 both times, one for Virtus.pro, one for NaVi, both winning that respective map. This one's very different, like you say, because on that CT side, 5 rounds is like the average that they get, and it is a lot of that on to Guardian. You build that picture perfectly because he's been absent. So if they can't get things rolling, Virtus.pro, who will start on the terrorist side after losing that knife round, we're going to get a really clear indication early on of where this game lies.
Obviously coming back from injury, so he's had some, he's got some issues there, so he's not going to be 100% for sure, but still, this is a shadow of him for himself so far on Inferno and Train. They managed to get through Train. It looked like VP were coming back into that pretty confidently as well, as that Zeus clutch was a catalyst for NaVi to actually finish things off. And we're going into the pistol now. The final map, it's Cobblestone. VP on the T side, 4 sets of armor, snack to the smoke grenade and flashbang, and they're going for a fast A play, it looks. 4 players going to be making their way down towards middle. We have got Bialy, who's holding up towards the B halls, looking for any aggression here. You can hear the crowd, they're loving it. Definitely on NaVi's side, that's for sure, but there it is. Contact play now towards middle and the A sides.
These decoys and Bialy at the top of drop has done so well to hold these CT players, but Zeus winning that kill, and look how fast the rotation comes in. Flamey Guardian seized, all heading through the connection point. That does give Bialy a chance to try and cut them off, but Flamey's heard this and wins the duel though, Bialy. Now they've got the options, and Virtus.pro, they're known to wrap back through and try and go to B late through middle, and as they try and beat these rotations, it falls apart. They get a little bit indecisive, bomb goes back out toward mid, and Bialy, low HP, might go down to Guardian here, who's picked up 2 quick kills in this round.
Yeah, Taz stuck in a really difficult position. 3 CTs now making their way towards him. It's Guardian that picks up the kill. Just snacks, but he's got to battle Edward first before he can get the bomb down. Not going to happen. Edward gets the final kill. It was a fast play towards the A side. They tried to pincer towards B, but just getting locked down. It was Zeus that opened things up, and then Vivian never really got rolling in that round. They managed to pick up 1 kill, but that's about it. Guardian with 3. There's question marks around him whether he could actually perform here in the grand final. That's a good start, though. Cobble, as we said, one of the maps he really has to kick off for. If NaVi have to, or if NaVi are going to find any rounds at all, really, he's notorious on this map. We'll see what he can do. Round number 2 comes in. It is going to be a semi-forced buy from VP. Just 2 players investing in head armor. 3 of them don't. Upgraded pistols across the board. A couple of flashbangs. No smokes. Let's see what they can do with this one. Pasha edging in towards the B sides, seeing if he can make this Desert Eagle do anything for them. Taz, he's got towards danger though, somehow. Undetected for now. So potentially could ask his teammates to come over. Bomb is still down towards those B halls.
Neo trying to face off with Guardian, just the P250 through that mid door. Guardian quickly discourages that with the UMP. Goes down to 27, and there's the opening kill as well. Snacks falls to seize the MP9. Bomb at the top of the drop room. Good pickup from Guardian, wins against Taz as well, and Neo still sitting on that 24. They've boosted Seized up so they can control that bomb entirely. Neo falls, good pick from Yali onto Seized. They still got access to the bomb, but they've got a lot of work to do. 6 HP, for Bialy, and he's gone. Edward collecting both final kills.
Lovely work there for NaVi, only dropping 1 kill. That was Seized. It's Guardian finding another 2, taking his total up to 5 now. He hasn't died either, so he'll be feeling a little bit more confident here on Cobble. Third round should be the throw rate. Just Glocks and there's a cheeky P250, some flashbangs, maybe just a B rush here, try and get the bomb down. Not really many options available, I have to say. But this is a great start for NaVi. Like we said, their CT sides have been pretty weak as of late. Normally, when you're getting 5 rounds, that's normally the target. If they can do 5, that's fine. It's enough to work with. T side is actually very strong for them. And here comes the aggressive play. Flamey boosting himself up into the upper platform. Gets the first kill on Neo. And Guardian, fast in the back as well, finds the bomb. Should be taken down here, but not before he kills Pasha. 4 on 2. Bialy and Snacks have managed to pick up a UMP, but there's still no positional control of the map. No closer to planting.
Edward inside of the archway. Flamey behind the crack in the wall. Smoke deterring his vision, but Edward's going to face regardless and take down Snacks. Now Flamey goes to the peak, but low HP. Bialy's able to collect onto him. Is he going to find anything else in this round? Edward can't really afford to peek. He's going to get surrounded completely here. Seized is going to find him before the flank could even be completed by Zeus.
3-0 comes in. This is where it gets interesting. Virtus.pro didn't fully invest into that second round, as a few players did, so AWP potential was there, but opting to go for the 5 AKs here. They have the utility, of course. And Guardian, he gets the AWP nice and early here. No slow start. He'll be probably focusing towards middle to kick things off. And she is. Watching that mid door. Not going aggressive yet. We'll see a lot of that from Neo on the second half, but for now, let's see what they do here as they make their way towards long A. Bomb's going to be there as well. Zeus waiting for them. He's only got the Famous. Flashbang coming over. Could have some trouble here.
Guardian just waiting for the right moment. A presentation of Bialy. Smoke, though, will cut off that vision, and Guardian can just see above that, nearly hits the shot. In fact, he may have clipped them. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure they were lined up. Did he clip 2 or just the 1 through the edge of the wall? Either way, there's HP lost in these AKs, but they get him back through the smoke as Taz finds the kill. And that smoke does allow Flamey to get a little bit closer to Stables, but he's got Zeus with him. This is actually quite a good position, but now he's trapped in here. Manages to get one, flashed out, caught by Pasha, and they have to cut off the rotation. Smoke out on the doorway, still Seized, is going to go inside the site directly. Nade lands beside him, that allows Pasha to close it out easily with the bullets. And it's just Edward, first gun round going the way of Virtus.pro.
Very assertive play there from VP. After taking down Guardian through the smoke, gifted a frag there almost. He was just firing off no-scopes and hoping for the best. And he got taken down, and then, like I said, VP just reacting immediately, swarming from long A and middle. They find all the frags required. Seed rotated in, looked like he had a good opportunity from that APC area, but just couldn't find the frag. 4 players surviving for VP, and they'll be taking the gun round here. We'll have a look at the cash for NaVi going forward. They should have enough to buy here. It's Flamey who's struggling a little bit, but the rest of the players could help him get an SMG or maybe a shotgun. That's obviously a very viable weapon on the CT side. Edward saving the M4 certainly helps. But there it is, VP. Simple default play there, just gaining control of long A, pushing back Zeus and finding that first kill towards Guardian. Albeit a little bit lucky through the smoke, but you know what, they all count, it doesn't matter. 3-1, and Snacks getting the AWP as well. The Guardian does go straight in with the AWP. There it is, the shotgun comes out, that'll be for Zeus. It's one of those weapons though that it's not necessarily a disadvantage in certain situations. It can be very impactful in certain positions.
Snacks is having that AWP up early to hold the angle against the aggression that could potentially show itself out at long A, and Taz is here with the AK as well.
Yeah, 4 players for VP. Once again, similar approach. They were going to push through that smoke, but that's going to delay them for a little bit. Just got to hold tight for now. Pasha looking to find something here. He actually gets past it. Zeus now, he's the player with the Max 7. He's by himself as well. He needs to be very careful. That's a decent grenade. There's a ton of damage to Pasha. And since he's there, the shots give it away, and here comes the push.
Yeah, well, that's the problem now, is that they know he's here with the shotgun. Still wreaks havoc. It does manage to take down Neo. So he's done quite a bit of damage in this situation, all things considered. Pasha down to 41 as well on that nade, and really smoke out at long. Guardian and Flamey are going to play passively inside of the A site. Guardian in behind the APC. But it's a rotation back the other direction from Virtus.pro. Taz and Bialy to lead the way.
Big round for both teams here. As we go into the smoke from way downtown, making his way towards Connector. It's thrown by Snacks. That could be the fake though. You can see the rest of his teammates edging towards the B site here. Just trying to contain any kind of terrorist and maybe still towards that A site. It's going to work out pretty well as well. Edward was spotting towards the upper platform. Makes his way to Chicken Coop. He needs to be careful. Luckily, VP don't face at the right time. Still a 4-on-4 situation here as they push into B.
Watch that Chicken Coop position. Edward can just wait, and bait, and he's going to work it out perfectly, but does go down to Snacks immediately after. Watch Pashat drop. Now they've got a pinch on the site. So this still looks good for Virtus.pro, just finding that 1 kill against Edward as Snacks. Damage onto Guardian, 2 versus 2 though, because Flamey's pulled back past. Watch your arm, Taz. If you leak out too far, Guardian's got this aimed, set and ready. He has to look elsewhere, and Snacks has that angle held, so it is just Flamey.
Not really sure what he can do here, but going to be going for it. Bomb ticking away now. It's going to be a worse. Snacks on the upper platform, but Taz faces both players still alive for now, and he's run out of ammo just down to the USP. That's surely it over. There it is. Snacks finishes the job. 3 orb kills for him once again. He's been great throughout this grand final. And it's a big round to win as well. NaVi were up against the ropes in terms of the money. Last round, we saw the shotgun come out, so surely an eco here. And a chance for VP to tie things up 3-3. We saw Snacks with that long smoke from middle, covering off Connector. The idea was to lock those CTs in towards the A side, but Edward from the Chicken Coop kept the dream alive. Just couldn't close things out there. Flamey in a very difficult position. Round number 6 now. Surely won't be able to do anything with this. Flamey though, Desert Eagle, trying to push through that smoke and get the drop on the terrace waiting on the other side, but it's Taz that wins the battle.
Taz is going to push up with this AK as well, try and spray through and find Guardian. The bullets basically draw his outline, but never find and connect with him directly. Now they will, though. Bialy's going to take him down as he slips away. Tries to grab that deagle. Edward Molotov in that corner, forced out. They can't quite converge onto it because there's a timely Molotov that actually is a bit of a miss because it cuts them off. Virtus.pro threw that themselves on top of that hole in the wall. That was supposed to go into the corner below it. Zeus is still in behind the tree, waiting for the chance to peek. Bialy's got seized. Just Zeus and Edward, and he may get 1, but they'll close it out. 3-3, Virtus.pro, great response. As we said, NaVi do struggle on their CT side on this map, so picking up the pistol in those 3 rounds is actually huge in the context of this game.
And they'll be buying this round as well. It won't be the best. This is a chance now for VP to really dig their heels in on the 3rd map. No warp, and seizes on the MP9 as well, so they are going to be struggling slightly. We're going to round number 7. That's actually 3 rounds in a row for VP after losing the pistol. They respond straight away. 5 players towards the A side of the map once again. No presence towards B at all. They're going for potentially a fast play. Just grouping up and forcing their way to the A side. There's not going to be any confrontation for now, but Guardian is coming in for the face, uses the flashbang, gets the first kill, and now he's got the intel as well.
Guardian just waiting as well. That flash does come out and catch him slightly. They can't peek on this. There is smoke on the doorway as well, so he's basically alone in this situation, but they have got the position at balcony from seized. And Guardian's going to go down. No chance for the refrag because of that. They have to commit to the site before that's a possibility. Flamey getting Bialy, but Pasha, good response. They've committed into this. The bomb goes down. Neo hits that shot though, and they're jumping into the flames behind him. Even just a little bit of damage, and it might have amounted to essentially a suicide in that play, but now it's going to be Snacks, and bomb down inside of the site. Has to find 2. They don't know where he is.
Yeah.
The turn doesn't know Zeus is behind these paper-thin stables.
Yeah, this next kill is going to be huge. If Snacks can somehow sniff out Zeus, he's got a real chance of winning it. That is looping each other right now, but Snacks finds him 1 versus 1. He spots the remaining CT player as well. That's Edward on the site. He's got a smoke, but hits the shot regardless. Big clutch there for NaVi. That could have been so devastating for the money losing that one. It was a difficult buy at the MP9. The Guardian, he spots all 5 of them rushing up towards middle, found the first frag and delayed them just long enough to get those exchanges in. Came down to the 1 versus 1 in the end. Snacks can't close things out. 4-3. And you can see how this is affecting NaVi still. Even after winning the last round, Max 7, Famous, MP9, 1 kit. This could be a full reset potential here. VP definitely not out of this round. They've got lots of money.
But it is 4 rounds for NaVi, and we're only 8 into this first half. That is very good considering all of the stories we built up around this. And Bialy's going to go quickly with this AK. Rat Pack through the smoke. No, he can elects to go just past it, but watch the crossfire inside of the site. Flamey drops because he's in the air. And Airborne, he has no accuracy. Guardian tries to follow this up, but he goes down with only 1 kill. Seas come through, though. Look at the MP9, massive damage bomb dropped. But it is Edward. Low HP, well, not low, but mid HP. 57 and 58, doesn't matter. Pasha's got the shot.
Wow. If it doesn't work the first time, give it another, and you may succeed. They do the exact same strategy there, just grinding away at the NaVi economy. This time, only had Famous's MP9s and a shotgun, so this couldn't hold it off. It was too much. The AK's prevailed, and that's now a double eco potential here for NaVi. Can't really... Oh, okay, they're forcing it. Wow. Deagles, 5-7s. Like I said, they were going to be double eco anyway. Might as well give it a go. And it's going to be a B-rush this time by the looks of VP. No one... Oh, there's one player towards the A side. That's going to be Neo just holding up for the flanks, but looking like a contact plate on that upper platform. But it's a 5-man stack from NaVi here. Going to be boosting up to the tree as well. This could work out in their favor, considering they've got those upgraded pistols and the armor as well. Flashbangs available, if required. But at this point, this could fall apart for Virtus.pro. Need to be very careful on how they play the next move.
Back 10. Neo, Flamey, and Edward play off of each other inside of this B site. And Bialy and Snacks looking ever closer. Stanced boys ready to strike, but there is 4 members inside of this site. They haven't got much information as to what is going on A. Utility spent trying to flush them out of the respective corners. That does move Edward away. So he's wrapped back around the tree to get inside of the site, but the kills are going the way of Virtus.pro. All of them, in fact. All but 1 as Flamey gets Taz. He may get more. Crosshair placement was there in the end, but not fast enough. Snacks puts him down, and another round goes to Virtus.pro. That's going to put them on to 5.
Problem is, after that force bite, like I said, it's definitely viable, it works. But it means when you do finally rebuy into this, you won't have that AWP. You're going to be back to rifles, potentially Famouses. And we go to round number 10. VP reading this quite nicely. It's going to be a full eco from NaVi this time. So Neo can get the Mac 10. He can be the reconnaissance player going in first, establishing whether there are any stacks. And it's just going to be a straight up B play by the looks of things. Why not? NaVi stacked B fully last round and they'll actually be stacking towards A this time. So easy pickings here. Bomb down pretty quickly. And it's almost a guarantee at this point. No chance for NaVi to do anything with this. Perfect play from VP.
And here we go again. Taz inside of the site. As you say, there's not really much they can do trying to get that exit kills, though, as they set up on the perimeters. It's going to be Edward and Guardian out toward the T-spawn approach. And oddly enough, Guardian and C's are actually going to rotate back and try and support that rather than staying on both sides of it, guaranteeing that they'll confront them at some point in time. They do get 1 kill from Edward, but they won't get a gun from it because Taz is there to quickly scoop he and Guardian up. And that should just about do it.
Yeah, I think it will. Flamey and C's now just with a pretty lackluster equipment, USP and a PT-50. That's all they've got to try and get some exit kills. I don't think that'll be happening. Since VP now firmly in the lead. Go to 6-4. Money's not fantastic. So, as I said before, AWP not really a possibility for the CTs. They could just about sneak one in, but it'd be a full glass cannon. C's considering it, and he's going for it, okay. So he's actually allowed Guardian get the armor and a flashbang. He's going no armor, just M4. Look at the lack of grenades here. NaVi just with 2 smokes. This is going to be a very difficult affair. They need to go aggressive at the start of the round. They need to allow Guardian to find something. He needs to be pushing down middle or going on that upper platform fast. Let's see what he decides to do. Smoke going in early from Neo towards the B side. Could be a straight up rush here.
Guardian has had more flair this game. He's got 9 kills. There's why they give him. Oh, can't land the no-scope now, but they're all flashed off. Oh! They're all flashed off, and he's given a second chance. Pasha goes down, but Snacks does get Guardian, and now that could give them the access point they require into the site. It's not done just yet. This is still a battle. They're still down a man here on the Virtus.pro side. That buy may pay off. Good pick from Taz as Seized is in the open, and Taz spots up Zeus as well. But look at the push down the alleyway. Edward times it perfectly, and now Snacks has the bomb. 29 HP, is going to try and peel this back toward A, but it's a mind game.
Absolutely a mind game here. He did try to sell that he's rotating back towards that A side, and this phase could be detrimental, but as Zeus hits the shot, and I said Guardian had to go big there. He manages to find the opening 2 kills. It was very hairy, but still, the no-scope at close range works out for him. Massive round there for
I want to
NaVi.
see where this flash came in from.
Look at this.
Was it CT thrown or was it T thrown? So it was actually the one bounced off. Okay, that's the one. I don't know where that came from. I think that was thrown by CT.
Still, though, that was such a difficult situation for NaVi. That could have been a few rounds in a row if they lost that one. Money getting a little bit more stable here. They do manage to have the AWP 3 rifles and seize on the UMP this time. This round will definitely help it, but once again, it's VP with the full reset potential if they win this. Grenades still lacking. 1 smoke remains as we hit 1 minute 30 for NaVi. They have an incendiary. And that fast round for Virtus.pro locked down. Going back to more of the default stance here, trying to work long A.
Slow the pace. 5 rounds already for NaVi. And Guardian does step up, holding the angle out toward long this time as well. Smoke's going to go off in front of him. Going to try and boost him above it, but really through that arch. Can he get a lineup on this? Tries to fire anyway.
Yeah, didn't work out for him last time, but narrowly avoids death with the bullets to fly past his head. He's going to be focusing towards middle now, but it looks like VP, after pushing the CTs back, that's the objective. Don't have to commit towards A. They just want to take that vision away from the CTs. They are making their way back to the B side. This time, though, Snacks has got the AWP. So you can find that first pick. Edward, though, on the upper platform. He needs to be very careful with.
Snacks leads the charge with the AWP. Smokes go out. Bounce smoke into the alleyway. Molotov down in the corner immediately below the broken wall. Molotov as well on the tree. Molotov as well in chicken coop. Now that's a big one because Edward has to come out of position. He does get a kill on his way out though. That's big. With Bialy going down, and watch this push through the smoke as Taz has Neo with him, but Neo's not in a position to cover off this angle. Seized is going to go hunting. He needs to be careful not to hit his teammate, and Neo does get there in time as he runs out of ammo. Taz is going to take Guardian. This is an awkward round. They pull that off.
There was 5 seconds remaining. They had to go for the plant. Neo wasn't with Seized to actually, with the planter, sorry. But
Taz, yeah.
Taz, and he saw Seized pushing through that UMP. He had to deny it and gave his position away. Neo picking up the kill, and it fell apart at that point. Guardian, once again, going for that no-scope, and we discussed it before. It's a full reset potential here. And that's exactly what's happened. They're back to the pistols, but they have got the 5 rounds required, the NaVi 5. That could be all they're getting, considering the situation now. It's round number 13. And potentially another double eco here. Not going to be forcing this round. Sticking together and finding those first 2 frags is Taz. And they make their way to the A side now.
Flamey. Oh. Do it again. Oh.
Almost. But it is going to be Bialy towards the top of middle. He takes our Guardian, rotating in from B. Good setup here from Virtus.pro. No chance of losing this round. Want to make sure they keep everyone alive, keep the money nice and strong for the last few rounds. No AWP this time, but doesn't really matter considering they're just up against a pretty much full eco here. Edward in towards T-Spawn. Could get the kill on towards Bialy here. Just got the USP though. It's very difficult at that range to actually find the headshots. Brings Bialy down to 26, but that's all he'll do. Flamey now rotating in a similar position, hoping he can just find that deagle shot to take him down. NaVi, next round, they only get $1,900, Matt. They're around 2K average, so it's going to be such a weak buy. The richest player is Guardian, he's got 4K. We'll see what they do with this one. They will be buying. So 2 SMGs, 1 M4. And Zeus yet to buy. And this is a horrible situation for them. They've got 3 smokes and 2 SMGs, no kits. This is another 1-4 VP just to stick together and just overwhelm them with the AKs.
Smoke down again in that alleyway. Edward nade in a little bit late. Does do damage onto Bialy, but not Pasha, who's already crossed. Does spot him when he jumps up, though, and he's going to win that duel. Flamey. It's actually Flamey, not Edward. Edward did the substantial amount of damage, and then Flamey just collects it from the statue, but now it's an approach to the A site. Good pickup from Taz, responded by Flamey again over on Bialy at B, but that's going to force the rotations back.
Yeah, they've got no one A on as well, so Seized is jumping out bravely from balcony. Manages to get something here, but he's only got the MP9. Can he do anything with this? Lands a couple of shots, but that's it. A flurry of kills coming in for VP now. Just going to be Guardian remaining. He gets dropped by Snacks in the end, so they have the opportunity. They get the first frag of that M4, but just swarmed on the A side. Very assertive play from VP. Once they smoked off the connector, NaVi had to move quickly, and we go into the final round here. Money's still not great. 2 rifles, a Max 7, a CZ, and Edward just on the pistol. This is looking very decisive. It's going to be 10-5 by the looks of things. It's going to take a miracle in this round to step up and try and find round number 6.
Seized has been boosted this time with the CZ75, and Edward's going to go aggressive as well out toward this archway. As he's done on a few different occasions throughout this half, they're going to boost Snacks above this smoke, though, to spot it into the archway. Whether or not he finds anything there is yet to be determined, as Taz is considering the possibility of this boost.
Yeah, they're not going to be rushing or anything this time. It's a default and just covering every single angle, eradicating every threat there may be. C's still boosted. Taz aware of it, though. And there it is, spots him, and somehow doesn't kill him.
And he's going to get away from this as well.
What?
Is he?
Okay, well, Seized, I thought you were dead, but still alive for now, 20 HP, and he's not going to be dropping down.
This is aggressive as well, as Edward thinks, all right, if you can get one on that side, maybe you've pulled their attention, I'll try and get aggressive here. Comes back to haunt them, but do they know that Seized is still up here? He's jumped back down around. Snacks hears that.
Headshots.
Look at that, Bialy, yeah, headshot down to 9 HP from that range.
Okay.
Seized is wreaking havoc. Now he's got an AK picked up.
This is getting pretty interesting as Guardian adds to that factor. He gets a kill towards Bialy. The remaining VP players going towards A. They have smoked it off once again. They've got a clear run to the site. And it's up to Zeus, but he's only got the Max 7. Gifted an opportunity here. Can he find the frag? He can't. Snacks drops him. 3-on-3.
Snacks is going to hold this position as well. Flamey knows it. Nade in. Slight damage onto him, down to 38. As the bomb is planted. Good pickup. Seized may have found one. That brings us back to 2 versus 2, though, as Snacks refrags onto Guardian. Seized just got by. That's so paper thin, and he's got the angle held. It's 1 versus 1. Snacks doesn't know where he is. Flamey comes back out.
Okay.
39 HP. He's got it. That's going to be a 6th round to NaVi. 1 plus the quota. And is that the lifeline in as we swap over and go on to the T-side approach for NaVi?
That was all about Seized. He's on your screen right now. Somehow surviving from that initial exchange with the CZ, and then he comes in for the long flank. Gets the kill, and Flamey able to step up there in the 1 versus 1. It was a round VP looked destined to win there, especially when they had control of the A side as well. When that smoke went down, I thought that was it. But Flamey, he gets to the number 6, and that's one better than we expected. So, still a lot of work to do here. They normally win the pistol, and that's when they really do some serious work on the T side of Cobble.
Well, both previous maps at 12-3, the team who desperately needed the pistol did win it. We've yet to see a team that's in the lead pick up a pistol round.
It happens every time, I think. Like, no one ever gets these clear
Until now,
victories.
because I jinxed it.
Of course, but still. We'll see what they can do here. The buys are coming in. NaVi, of course, on the T side now. 4 sets of armor. Zeus with the smoke and flashbang here. And no kits for VP. Snacks on the utility play. The rest of his teammates on armor as well. Boost coming in for Neo. Looking for that initial frag. Won't be committing to going up. Just wants to find the first kill. It looks like he's going to have a lot of exchange here. Committing to it. Now needs to be very careful.
Well, look how low Snacks goes on that 14. Even though it was Neo that was boosted.
Yeah. Must have taken a hell of a lot of nade damage, I'm guessing. But still. Now it's up to NaVi. Keeping one player towards top of middle. That's Edward, seeing if there's any aggression from the CTs, but so far, pretty default stuff from them. 1 player on the connector, 3 towards B. And we have Neo holding the A site. Sorry, not Neo. That's Snacks. My mini-map deceived me. It's looking like a drop-down approach here from NaVi. Got control of it as well. Going to be splitting towards A.
Taz is going to fall away from this. Rotation has to come out. They have got drop control with Seized inside of it. So he's going to try and pester these rotations. As the bomb gets up toward the balcony, it's Guardian with it, but he's going to go down. Surely, no! Taz can't land the shot, even though Guardian jumps down, commits to it. Pasha does get him back. That drops bomb temporarily, but it's immediately recovered by Zeus, and Pasha's in a 1-on-3. There it is, NaVi. Team from behind again wins pistol.
Those A splits can be so powerful. NaVi time it to perfection as well. Getting towards that A site, there was low players on the A bomb site. They managed to shut down the crossfire, and Pasha left in an almost unwinnable situation there. And there it is, map. Seems the team that are always trailing seem to win the second half. Pistol. There's the play from Seas. That really did add insult to injury at that point. It was already a difficult procedure. He comes in, takes the headshot from his teammate, but still, it's all fine. 9-7. No force. Well, okay, there's a couple of players force buying for the CTs. Neo and Pasha do get head armor, 5-7 and CZ respectively. But surely NaVi won't be throwing this one away. Inferno was crazy in the opening sectors, just back and forth force buys winning. This time they've got four rifles, one of those is Galil, Zeus on the UMP, so he's looking to keep things nice and long range. You can see Edward now edging out on the upper platform, but he's going to be found. But lands a shot, takes down Pasha.
It certainly does. Edward follows that up as well. The AK's going to work as Zeus is going to take snacks. The alley tries to find an answer at the platform position behind, but look at Edward. 4 kills in the round, very swift. 3 out of 4 of them headshots. It's back to within 1, and NaVi, this is such a good position for them to be in, this close, this early in the second half, on the side that they are extremely good on this map.
We were discussing with the Russian casters before we went into this one. They said Cobble's going to overtime. They said it right at the beginning, and
Slam said it, put it on him.
I think it's a convincing case so far. It looked like NaVi will be taking round number 18 here and tie things up at 9-9. Look at this setup though from VP. This is interesting. Something a bit creative. 4 players lined up towards middle. But unfortunately for them, it looks like B is where NaVi are deciding to go with this. C's are checking out drop room. It's going to see nothing is there whatsoever. So probably can guarantee at this point he can get in there and get some more intel gathered. It's going to be the 5th player in the form of Snacks coming over. Wants to make this snake real.
Wants to try, that's for sure. They've done this before. It's not the first time Virtus.pro's used that. I love it. It's so clever, and they line it up so well that as soon as you peek, you have to see all 4. They've got that angle dead on. As Snacks gets another one in the C's, but now things start to turn. Zeus does come around. He gets 1. Flamey finds 2. He's still shooting with this Galil, but Bialy's got the response. Now he's got an AK to work with, 44 HP, but watch the flank coming in. Zeus closes the round.
It was touch and go. As I lose the first 2 frags. Yeah, it's really cool. And Virtus.pro definitely made things uncomfortable for NaVi there, but it's the flank from Zeus that gets him back into the round, and then the flags just fall apart, and we'll see Pasha picking up that first kill. We go into the first gun round though. No AWP for VP. 5 rifles, no kits. Guardian on the AWP. He's normally pretty quiet on the T side of Cobble, but let's see what he can do. Things have been tied up here. NaVi are firmly back into this game, 9-9. They do normally say it's a T-sided map traditionally, but it's grand final time, and these 2 teams, anything can happen, and will happen. First shot comes in, Snacks to get legged by Guardian there, gets away with his life just about, looking to get out of danger in more ways than one.
Snacks inside danger is going to rotate back down. Gap above the smoke doesn't spot Zeus. He was just slightly below that. Probably good that he didn't spot him, because that would have been the end of him potentially at 18 HP. Bialy going to solo hold this drop position. They've got Neo and Pasha very close by though with that boost on the tree. Sneeze clears out the angles. Oh, repeat from Pasha, or excuse me, from Bialy. Does win the exchange. Watch this danger clearance though. If they can get far enough up, okay, this leads me to believe that's not the case with that rotating back over toward B. I was gonna say if they could get far enough up long A and potentially find a pick, they could go for the split down drop and rotate back into the A bomb site, but that's obviously not the case now, as NaVi was in the process of rotating out. So it's going to be a straight-up brawl into this site. Pasha close up. Neo's shifting away on this tree. Guardian's going to find the face here, but doesn't land the shot because it's an off-angle, unorthodox. Pasha gets a shot into Flamey. Thankfully so, because they found 2 kills immediately after that. First exchange came in, and that's going to close the round. Pasha comes back around. Zeus laid in. Bomb was dropped at B. Platform anyway, so...
Yeah, contact play from NaVi there, just trying to edge their way in towards that upper platform and try and find the first kill. But Pasha, he's so strong at that broken wall position. He finds 3 kills and finishes the round off for them as well, 10-9. So both pistols going in favor of NaVi in this final map. But both times it's VP picking up the first gun round. Flamey and Zeus did what they could, but Pasha just shutting them down. And number 20 here. All back out once again for Guardian. Sees to feeling the burn a little bit more. He's only got a Tech 9 and a smoke. They'll be edging in towards long A this time. One on top goes over to eradicate anyone that's close by. But there is one player for VP here. That's going to be Snacks with the backup as well.
Watch this push, though. 3 players fire out, segregating them. Forces Edward to wrap back through into danger, but he does find Snacks in that position, and thankfully Flamey's won that exchange as well onto Taz, so they can start to push onto this site. 3 plays onto 3. Rotation from Neo will put him closer to the site itself still, with Bialy inside of the door. No smoke on it just yet. Pasha's waiting and considering that they could still go back to B on this because there's a minute left for NaVi to work with.
Well, very tense round here. This will break the economy of NaVi and could reset VP as well, so no one giving anything away. The bomb down towards middle, seized. Has got himself a decent position. He's made it all the way up the ramp as well. Flashbang comes in. He's just hoping the CT gives a little bit too much away. He can find the frag here. Neo does throw an incendiary towards long A. 30 seconds remain. Need to work out what the next move is. Looks like they will be committed towards the A side here.
Seized. Wrap around, but it's stables where Neo plays. Is he going to be found? Doesn't really matter. Neo's got the crosshair placement perfect. Now they have to go. 19 seconds. Bomb dropped. All down to just 1 player remaining, and Edwards found immediately by Pasha despite making it into the hut. So it's 2 straight for Virtus.pro now that the guns come up. And there's not money left for NaVi.
Absolutely, that was a huge round, as I was saying before. NaVi have been broken, but they are around the 2K mark. Surely won't force this. They get $2,400 next round, so can get the AKs in. Just need to be a little bit disciplined here. Is this a pause coming in? I think it is. Who called it? I can check. Oh, no, I can't. No, there's nothing in the chat to tell me otherwise, but... Oh, there is no pause. My PC just crashed, man. That's all.
Oh, is it?
Okay, well, we're back into it. I was going to say, it was a weird time to pause considering their ego.
Well, there we go. Flamey either way is top of the drop with the Tech 9. Taz peeks out through the door, shots down toward middle. M4 versus the pistols, and Guardians going to take a large chunk of change in damage, down to 21. Snacks top of the NPC is able to close out on Edward. So far, successful anti-eco from Virtus.pro as they stay passive and keep these angles as long as possible.
Yeah, they've worked out into Faliki here. After killing that first player, you can sense they don't have armor. After seeing the blood splatter everywhere, so they can just keep nice long-range angles here. 5 rifles should lock it down. The only objective here for now is trying to get a bomb down, but it's going to be very difficult indeed. Flamey has got out towards drop down, but he's smoked out for now. His teammates coming in from the upper ramp. But you can see 3 players just waiting for them. There's a first shot. Pasha, nice work with the M4. It's going to be a bloodbath here. They are letting some shots, but now they can't find anything for it. 12-9 now. And we'll see the cash they have going to the next round. It's about 4,300 average. Definitely won't be at the AWP, but still, this is the map where Zeus and C's do some serious work on the T side. Flamey can be impactful as well, but like I said, Guardian, normally more of a support player on the T side, doesn't actually find them the big picks. It's normally giving the AK. You don't see too much fantastic work with the AWP, but let's see what he can do. Round number 22. Strong buy for VP. Incendiaries and smokes across the board. Flashbangs as well. And it's going to be a default towards that long A area. It's going to be Snacks going with the face though. He does a pop flash in. Doesn't commit to it. Smokes him out for now.
It does delay them slightly as Zeus was getting closer to that corner. Snacks now will go through the smoke. Doesn't do as much damage as it may have appeared because Edward only goes down to 90 on this. He's still trying to spray. He's got the silencer, but it's against the corner, and Edward finds it. The angle found and solved by the AK now gives the advantage to NaVi to try and get another 3-round deficit clawed back from. Remember, this was 9-6 at the start of the half. Round 22, and Taz on top of the hay bales right now. Zeus going to walk through, check the angle, but it's all too easy for Taz. The follow-up doesn't go his way, though. Edward again is able to find a kill.
So they've got the man advantage now. Plenty of time to work with as well. It's going to be 1 minute on the clock. Bialy near towards A, Pasha, solo towards B. They've got 1 incendiary remaining, so the CT's have a real tough time here. It'll take some really crisp aim, but that certainly helps. Bialy finds a kill on towards Edward, towards that A site, and now we're going to have a 3-on-3 situation. Caesar's made his way in towards connector though. This kill is huge. Neo gets it.
Yeah, Neo does indeed get it. It's down to 2 remaining, Flamey and Guardian. Pasha inside of the site. He's the only one directly here. Watch this flank coming around from Bialy though. He's going to get in side of the B halls. He's not quite close enough to really do much to cancel out the entry, but he's going to be in a good spot once the bomb goes down. And Pasha, all they have to do right now is delay this. Neo's going to commit to getting inside of the site, behind the rock, 12 HP. Pasha thinks about peeking, it doesn't even matter. Neo is there, he has got there in time. They did delay it long enough, and he hits both shots as Bialy just made his presence known, but it's going to go to Virtus.pro. 13 rounds now, map 3, best of 3, grand final. And they're 3 rounds away from stealing this away from the home crowd.
Yeah, they're at 4th stage loss bonus here, but the money's not great. They are going to be partial buying here. They've got Tech 9s, 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, but Virtus.pro, it's been so long since we've seen them actually get to grand finals, let alone win them. Let's see what they can do here. It's going to be a fast mid play. Snacks swarm though. The first 2 kills coming in favor of NaVi. They've got control of middle, managing to pick up rifles as well. The rotation's coming in. A lot of work to do here now for the Poles.
Zeus is going to get to the top of that mid-ramp quickly with this Tech 9, but Pasha's already there. Good kill from Edward again. Guardian, all right, following it up. It's down to just Pasha. They've got a real chance here. Smoke out as well, and Pasha's not 100% sure where they've all gone. He does find out Edward, who in turn also doesn't know where he is, committing to that plant. Guardian thinks better of it. That could have thrown the round away,
okay.
But Guardian drops back in and hits the shot.
Guardian makes the decision to cancel the plant. And what a decision it was. They managed to win that round with the Tech 9s. Didn't really have much to work with, just rushed middle and found the initial kills, and that's the potential they have. It's round number 24, and this time it is a pause.
This time it is. No frozen computers this time.
Not tricking me this time, guys. They're going to take off the headsets. They're going to take some real time here. It's tactical.
Guardian even standing up, stretching out.
Yeah, well, this is the big moment now, right? They get the guns. They've managed to gain some luck here after losing 4 in a row. The Tech 9s work in their favor. And we'll see the buy coming for VP. It's a double AWP set up for them. Snacks and Pasha with those. And we'll have a look at the scoreboard quickly. Guardian actually top fragging so far, 18 for 18 for him. Snacks on the other side, 25 kills. Another great map for him. But yeah, this is it. Virtus.pro, 3rd and final map, Cobble. They've got the 3-round lead. They could reset NaVi going into this one. If they win this round, that could mean championship points after that. They'd be pretty much full eco after losing this.
Well, we did say, despite NaVi's immense success throughout their Star Ladder history, no one has ever won from the lower bracket in Star Ladder before. As you said, there was no advantage for coming through the upper bracket aside from playing lesser games, having an easier road here. But
well, that's sometimes detrimental, right? Because obviously NaVi got on the stage, he got warmed up and used to the environment. Good games to line up their aim. So yeah, I saw there was Taz. Wasn't happy about that situation on Twitter earlier. Back normally when we can
you get a veto choice, or
oh, sometimes when I was playing, right, you actually got in the best of 3. You had 1 map advantage going into that. That was like
ESCA did that for a long time. I think they did best of 5s where you had 1 in hand.
Yeah, like
no,
it can make for a lesser grand final. Obviously, potentially don't see all the maps there, and makes things interesting. But in a best of 5, I think that really works. Best of 3, not so much.
Actually, you know what ESCA used to do is you had to win twice. So you basically had to do double elimination. Yeah, so you had 2 series. So if let's say Virtus.pro's in the upper bracket here and NaVi was in the lower bracket, Virtus.pro had a whole series in hand. So if they won 1 best of 3, because that's basically NaVi's second loss, they're knocked out. But if they could beat them twice in 2 series, that's their 2 losses and they're knocked out. So it was double elim, including the grand final in that sense. And Fnatic actually did that once. I think it was against Virtus.pro at ESCA LAN Season 18.
That's right.
I think. That would have been December of 2014.
It's difficult to do anything with the veto system here in terms of an advantage. Obviously, the way we do it is 2 bans per team. So it doesn't really leave much room for actually doing anything in that sense. So that's already 4 mats gone, and it leaves 3 remaining, but still without the headsets on there, is kind of thinking, this is it now, guys. This round's massive for us. They managed to say 2 rifles, actually, so they wouldn't be completely struck for cash if they did lose this one, but we'll see, here it comes now, the buys come in. VP, they're fully invested in this round. If they were to lose this, they would be on eco. That's a real chance for both teams to get into this. This is very exciting stuff. Round 24 is going to deliver some immense hype here.
As you say, so much riding on this right now. Pasha and Neo just waiting for this to get back underway. And it is about to.
Here we go then. Round number 24 in the dying stages of the 3rd map of the grand final here in Kiev.
other aspect to remember is that NaVi has played in the most amount of finals, I'm pretty sure, in 2016, and they've only won counter pit. And Starladder and Minsk, so they've been second place a number of times. It would be amazing for them, I'm sure, for their confidence to get a win. But we'll see if they can pull it off. It starts right now. Snack's already down to 77 HP, but he's still going to be aggressively out toward this long A position, already looking out the corridor and down toward the archway at the statues. So Edward's not facing it, thankfully, but it is a very forward stance for Virtus.pro. With the smoke out, he's going to cross back over and get out of there.
They took a long pause here to discuss how they're going to approach this one. So far, it's just a default. They have their smokes available as well. The crowd coming to life. You can hear them building up. And it's Snax to strike first. Orb kill towards danger. He takes down Zeus. And a step closer now to taking this round. And sees, though, answering back. That's the kill towards drop down. Bialy goes down 4 on 3.
And actually, Snax comes back over. So repeat out to our bottom middle. Sees inside this drop position with that fire fully engulfed still. Just has to wait for it. And now he can start to clear out these corners and work in toward that B site.
A lot of pressure on Seas there. He's by himself in the drop down room. He's looking at his teammates all go towards long A as well. As he's hoping to have that lurk potential and backstab from Connector. But for now, he wants to find a frag. Looking if he can do anything with this. 20 seconds remaining. And he gives his position away now. So let's see if the CT can handle it.
Ooh, Pasha. Good shot on his C. Snack's going to follow up on the Guardian. It's all falling apart. It's Edward just left alive, and he's taken down by Taz. There's the money. As you mentioned,
it's okay. So you can see 3 players are sub 3K. Seas and Zeus especially. It's not going to be the best buy. They can drop a couple of weapons. One of those is an AWP as well, so it's going to be hard to distribute this wealth. 3 players on pistol is actually pretty bad. 1 AK on Flamey. This could be it now. VP, if they take this one with the double AWP setup, championship point against NaVi in the grand final. It's a B-sided attack as well. 5 players committed. They're all in this stage, looking for that first pick, hoping Guardian can deliver. And he gets the first shot, but instantly answered back by Pasha.
Good shot from Edward, though, on the drive-by. Pasha was low HP. He's able to collect him with that Tech 9. They now have the man advantage, but they aren't fully inside of the site just yet as Taz is in behind the rock. Zeus spotting the gun barrel, but can't land the shot. The flash comes out, and his target moved slightly, but the second approach is better. He takes down Snax. Good response from Taz. Still gives them a chance. Just 1 man down. They bring it back dead even now as well with Flamey falling, and Zeus gets caught. Bomb goes down. Seas has to clutch this out. He's gone. It's going to be map and championship point now for Virtus.pro.
You can see what it means to them. It's a massive round. The force buy for NaVi not going in their favor. They now need 5 in a row just to force overtime. The money is in tatters. It's going to be pistols to try and stay alive here. 1 round away, VP, from winning Starladder here against NaVi in their own backyard.
Another final for NaVi that might not go their way. Because again, counter pit has been their only success this year in that sense. Taz goes down this time though to Zeus. Good pressure as they go completely quick. How many smokes is that? Panic perhaps from NaVi as they just want to get it covered off. Snax is still out at long though, wreaking havoc. Gets Edward and look at Neo's rotation. Down goes Zeus. Flamey and Guardian, the last 2 alive. Virtus.pro are going to do it. They are going to win Starladder all the way through the upper bracket. Very convincing style. Snax legs up 1. He closes it out. Flamey's gone and Virtus.pro are your champions of Starladder I-Series Season 1. And they've had struggles in 2016. This means a lot to them. Pasha was excellent in this tournament as well.
It really was. It's been a while since we've seen these kind of scenes. VP at a slump for so long, but so resilient. Taking down one of the world's best NaVi drop. It was an epic best of 3. Cobbled to the side. We knew it was going to be good, and it definitely delivered. It was pistols for NaVi to try and stay alive. They needed 5 in a row, just couldn't hold on. Teams are very close.
Very close indeed, but here we go. Virtus.pro, the trophy, all theirs. massive spectacle in this stadium, this stage, and how vast this arena is. There it is, Pasha with the pumps.
Means a lot to him.
Means a lot to this whole team.
2016 has been a shocking year so far for them. One of the worst ever recorded since this team was formed all those years ago.
And respect to the Ukrainian crowd as well as Virtus.pro applauding them. They applaud back despite the hometown heroes coming up just shy in the end. NaVi, after a month off to let Guardian recover and just relax and just try and reset as a team, did build into this tournament, and it looked scary toward the end, especially when they picked up the 6 rounds on their CT side. Like we say, they don't have to get more than 5 on a Cobblestone CT side.
Absolutely. It was that last round there, the Tech 9s, it didn't look promising, but they were resilient. They tried to do what they could. They rushed in, and you could feel it round and kill by kill. VP could sense it coming, and they finally get this first tournament victory in quite a while.
Quite a while indeed, and it's something that they want to build on as the schedule starts to rise again toward the next major, an E-League that starts in a week's time. I have to say, an incredible tournament, as always, from Starladder, and as we say, this stadium has been incredible. From that said, though, we are going to take a break. As always, we'll join in with the desk. They'll break down the final and the success for VP. Thanks a lot, guys.